20 after 5 right here on the Upside on Channel Africa. Let's get into our final conversation this afternoon.
To the strong girlies, come to the front because we are navigating relationships and we need to find out if being a strong, successful woman is really what is intimidating men. Joining us is a friend of the Upside, Frank Adolphi, who is a marriage and relationship counselor. Frankie, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. What about you?
So, we are great. We are strong. We're successful.
And we're happy to be chatting to you this afternoon on Channel Africa.
Same here.
So let's talk about it, because I feel like this conversation has really existed for the last maybe say 10 years, where women have found their voice, have found themselves being more successful than their male counterparts. What happens now with them navigating relationships as strong, successful women?
Thank you. It's not only about intimidation. It's mostly about behavior. A lot of men, where they are coming from, many were raised to know that they are providers, they are protectors. Go out, make money. Making money makes you a man. Coming home to protect your family makes you a man. If such a man meets a woman who is successful, the woman can do what the man can do for the woman, or the woman can do more. Such a man is limited. It comes home, a little issue, you think because you have money, because you are successful. It's not because of the money or success. What the man needs to know that what runs the home is about being a good partner, being a support, be able to understand your partner. What can I do to help you? So your success is not about the paycheck, but how good a partner you are at a home.
Sure.
And lots of men need to change that mentality or identity. And traditional rules or cultural rules, some have not been good to us, and we need to look at that again. How we raise men to see women. And many women, too, because of they see their parents struggle at home and being bullied by certain men or fathers, when they made it in life, they come home with their work at home. They will treat their spouses like their bosses. So I come in, I'm ordering, forgetting that at home it's not a workplace. We are partners. We need to work together. We need to respect each other. We need to find a way to support each other. So I see it's more or less of a behavior, identity, and our traditional rule, which is causing these confusions.
Speaking of confusion, you've just touched on something that I want to tap into and ask a question around. The conversation from older generations is often around you being in the boardroom and being able to handle business there. And then when you get home, you need to also then be submissive there. And for me, that's contradicting, but I also want to understand where that comes from. So you put it nicely in terms of saying that people need to be partners when they get home, but the mentality and the narrative is more around women being bosses in the boardroom and then getting home and learning how to be submissive in that environment.
When we get home, you see the home, people have narrative that is the woman who ran the home, but the woman come in as a partner. You see, it takes two to mix marriage. In fact, if I'm a single, I'm a bride or groom, but when we get married, we are a married couple. But I'm not married, I'm a single person. So once we marry, it's no longer one, it's two. So when we get home, so the questions that partners need to ask during preparation towards marriage is, how did your parents run the home? What did you see mommy doing? What did you see daddy doing? What will you do in your home when we get together as a couple? Do you find certain work difficult? If I come in and I ask you, as my husband, to help me, do you see that as being challenged? Does that take away your manners, away or masculinity? This question we need to have, because coming home being submissive is not about act as if you have no place in the home. You come to meet your boss who who sent you message, order you around, do this, do that for me, and that makes you your wife. No, it's about a good relationship. Women need to respect as much as men demand respect. Respect is about a relationship. Women have their emotional need. They want to feel emotionally safe in the home. The men need to understand that and provide that safety and security for them to thrive. If we lack that and we want to bully them around, unfortunately, we will suffer in the marriage.
And to be honest, Frank, I think one of the biggest struggles being strong and a successful woman is expressing your needs. I do find that men also make it seem as if they are being attacked or criticized when a strong woman expresses her need that maybe at the time you are not providing. How do you navigate that? Because I feel like a lot of the time the power play and the power dynamic there gets tested quite a lot because, you know, she's in a position to, one, express herself quite eloquently, say what she needs, say what she wants, and maybe men make it or may take it as they're being challenged or there's something that they're not doing which taps into their lack or their insecurities. Let's talk about that power play. How do you navigate that from that perspective?
Good observation. It's a communication challenges. So how do the lady or woman say or the wife says is that the husband doesn't feel that I'm being challenged, I'm not disrespected. Sometimes it's just a matter of making a request. Can we sit down and look at our budget and see the things we need to spend money on, how much we bring home? It's just a request. Or probably if I'm not happy with anything, let me talk about how I feel. So I use the I statement, not the you statement. The I statement is, I feel stressful when my partner is not helping. That's different from saying that you don't help, you are selfish. You come home and expect me to do everything. When we start with the you, many men will feel that I'm being attacked. The same way many ladies feel they are not being respected or tolerated at home. So let's look at the language, the communication. Use the I statement to share how you feel, share your frustration, talk about what you are not happy with respectfully. Again, make requests. Too much of complaint at home does not make the home a lovely place to be. Again, we should appreciate each other's effort. Sometimes people do much at workplace and come and still contribute, but it looks like you are not there 24/7, so your values are not appreciated. As if being the wife is like being home 24/7. That is not for the modern marriages or relationship now. So if I come in, the letter I do, appreciate me for what I do. And when there's conflict, let's be able to see that as an adult and resolve it instead of arguing and escalating issues.
Frank, I want to chat about something that I always talk about, and maybe you can relate it to the African context. But in my culture, in particular, Xhosa culture, we are known, not even the younger woman, but the older woman run stuff. They are powerful, they are strong, and they are celebrated as such. To such an extent that we know as Xhosa women that the only sort of a partner that we can have is a Xhosa man, because they get the dynamic that the woman actually most of the time run the program. So from that perspective and thinking continentally, are there other sort of cultures in the continent where this is the case, where strong women are celebrated, where women do actually, technically are the head of the household and it's not an issue?
Very true. Look, the modern relationships are moving from the old dynamics. See, if you have a strong woman at home, it's a plus for the team because you have a good team. What a man can do is be a cheerleader, cheer her up, support her, let her know that emotionally is supported, encourage her. You don't see the loud voice or being strong as intimidating unless the man thinks that being strong is a man thing. So if you are being strong as a woman, then it means you've taken away my manness. When that happens, then that is a challenge in terms of identity. But see, having a strong woman at home is a plus for us.
Yes.
And we need to be a good team player instead of trying to compete with them at home.
Frank, thank you so much for joining us on The Upside. Where can we find you if we need to get in touch with you?
You can reach out to me on +233 201 435300, either on WhatsApp or call, or just head to Google and type Councillor Dufoli or councillordufoli.com. You should be able to reach out to me.
Thank you so much. The incredible friend of The Upside relationship counselor, Frank Adolfi, right here chatting to us and ending on such a powerful note. We need the men as cheerleaders to our success.
Yebo. Celebrate strong women.
5:30 on the upside. Let's get a final wrap of our sport with Zycon.
Sports on Channel Africa. The African perspective.